With the second part of Stranger Things Season 5 coming out tonight, there are some questions surrounding Vecna and his plan. Why is he capturing children and bringing them to the Upside Down? Why is he going through such great lengths to manipulate them, coming to them as Mr. Whatsit or Henry? So to briefly recap, Vecna has been sneaking or going into the subconsciousness of some of the children of Hawkins. But instead of going there as Vecna, a very spooky looking monster, he visits them as his human self, I guess you would say. He comes to them as a mild-mannered man who is very polite and is trying to become their friend. As he gets to know the victim, he states that there are monsters in Hawkins, and that he's the only one that can keep them safe. Sometime after this, Demogorgons are sent to capture the children and brought to the Upside Down. Their bodies get strung up in the Upside Down with a vine-like thing, pumping upside-down particles into their mouths. But their minds go somewhere else. They go into a dreamlike state, specifically they enter Vecna's mind, his memories. Vecna meets them there and has them live in his childhood home. He states to never leave this area, specifically never enter the woods, because there are monsters out there. From what we saw with Holly, she seems content there, even happy. None the wiser of what actually is happening. So this whole thing is about manipulation. He could have chosen anybody to do this, but he specifically went after children. And in episode 4, he tells Will why. He says, "It is because they are weak in body and mind, easily broken, easily reshaped, controlled, the perfect vessels." Adults or even teenagers would question an imaginary friend, would be more suspicious of it. Children, on the other hand, don't seem to think much of it. They are basically much easier to manipulate and mold into what he wants, which is why he chose them. But what is he doing with them? Well, he is making them into his own little army, I guess you would say. His own psychic army, like what was happening at the lab where he and Eleven lived. Granted, he has other intentions than what the lab had in mind. He wants to reshape the world, merge the Upside Down and our world. Now this is where things get a little confusing. He's going to turn the children into psychic beings like himself, which is why he's pumping them full of Upside Down particles. And then he is going to use them like batteries to boost his own powers to permanently open a gate between the Upside Down and our world, allowing the Upside Down to basically take over our reality, merging the two worlds. And of course, they all trust him because of all that grooming he has been doing. So they are most likely going to trust whatever he tells them. Now, this isn't the first time he tried to get someone on his side, someone to help him reshape the world. He tried doing this with Eleven and Will. So in Season 4, we get a bunch of flashbacks from when Eleven was in the lab. Henry was there as well, working as an orderly. He manipulated her into basically freeing him, which allowed him to murder the rest of the children at the lab. He wanted her to help him reshape the world. She refused and sent him to the Upside Down, so Eleven said no. Henry tried with Will in Season 1, but he was more ruthless about it. There was no manipulation, just kidnapping. He kind of succeeded in what he wanted. In Season 5, we see that Will has psychic powers and is connected to the hive mind. The only issue is he never really had a chance to manipulate him and get him on his side. So of course Will was never going to help him reshape the world either. So his plan in Season 5 is basically combining his last two plans, the kidnapping and the manipulation. Will it work? Well, I suppose we'll have to wait and see. What do you think? Leave it down in the comments below, and if you want more Stranger Things content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.